Oh, yo, what's up, guys? What's up, everyone? What's going on, guys? Ridge, dude, thanks for hopping on, brother.
I'm your biggest supporter, bro. I'm here for that.
What a guy, what a friend. Let a few
I,
more
I want to
people.
know how to build a personal brand, so I'm here to learn from the best.
Uh, Ridge, you got the best one, bro. Stop playing. Well, we'll give it a few more minutes. Let people hop on. Let people hop on.
Oh shit. What is it? Yeah, I'm about to start a Zoom right now.
Let's see who else do I know here. Nobody. Just Ridge. Lewis, what's up, dude?
Hey Julian, how are you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Thanks for hopping on today.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to today.
Yeah. We'll wait a few more minutes, let people hop on, see how many people join up today. Beautiful. Beautiful. Want to get some action in the chat. Um, let me know let me know when you guys join the school group because I've had this thing for a while. So write in the chat, how long you've been in the school group for, whether it's been like one day, a few weeks, a few months. Write that in the chat so I can see. 3 days. I've been in forever. I'll write it in the chat. One day. Welcome, brother. Any more guys? Come on. How many more people? A couple weeks ago. Samuel, what's up, brother? Nice to meet you. Any more? A week. What's up, brother Alex? 3 weeks ago. Agency Revolution. What's up, bro? What's your name? Agency Revolution. I'm assuming that's not your first and last name. Alex, appreciate you inviting your friend, dude. From Italy. Let's go. We going worldwide here. All right. That's awesome, guys. Mississippi. Ooh. Texas. I'm from Florida, but right now I'm currently in Colombia. Cool. There you go. A few more people joining in. Why Colombia? New experience, dude. No, not taxes. I'm only here for like a few months, Rich, like probably like 6 months. And then I'm gonna go back to Florida and then I don't know where else I'll go. Maybe go somewhere else. But yeah, just kind of like a little conquer mode thing, new experiences. Absolutely. 100%, bro. You already know I have to drive the TRX, bro. Can't say no to that. Especially with that mansion you got, Ridge. It looks sick, bro. Congratulations on that too, man. Yeah. All right, cool. We got some people in here. Sounds good, Rich. I appreciate that, bro. Um, cool. Hey, one thing I do ask you guys to do at the end of this master class, since this is free, I would greatly appreciate if you guys just took a picture of this and added this on your story, and just tagged me in it. Um, just as a little thank you. That's all I ask at the end of this training. I'm not here to sell you anything. The group is completely free. But yeah, that's the only thing I ask you. So if you could do that by the end of it, I'd greatly appreciate that. All right, cool. I'm just gonna dive right into it. This is being recorded, so if any of you guys did want to jump back into it and watch it, you can always do that. So let's just dive right in, guys. Tell your girlfriend that you're gonna be away for a little bit, or your boyfriend, whatever the situation is. No judgment here. And let's just get right into it. Boom. All right, guys. So today, I'm basically going to show you how I make six figures with my personal brand, but I'm also going to show you how you can make a living with your personal brand. So that's just a cool picture of me in Colombia. Colombia's beautiful, but let's get right into it. So where it all started, I actually started my social media journey, well, posting on the Corzo Growth account that you guys all follow me from like 15 to 16 weeks ago. I started that brand new. So I started at complete zero. And now I'm at 41,000 on Instagram. I also started my YouTube like 3 months ago. Now I'm at 1,000 subscribers within 3 months. I built a 30K a month agency, and now I just scaled my brand new coaching offer to 25K a month. But 2 years ago, like 2.5 years ago, this was me. You can see I still had braces, baby face. I was working at a supplement company. And as I was also shooting videos around the same time. So this is when I posted one of my very first videos on LinkedIn. Very cringe. So if you want to have a laugh, go on my LinkedIn and check that video out because it's horrendous. But yeah, that's kind of where it all started. And guys, by the way, if you have any questions throughout the training at the end of each slide, I'm just going to kind of pause for a few minutes and just like raise your hand in the chat or ask a question in the actual chat. And then I'll answer them before I move on to the next slide. So why should you even listen to me, right? Like, why am I even making this training? Well, basically, I'm just going to show you exactly how social media changed my life. So I'm basically only going to be talking about my experience. There's tons of different tactics out there. I've talked to tons of different people. I'm good friends with some of the top people in the industry. Devin Dacho, there's this, Ridge, all these great guys who have been able to build a great personal brand. But today I'm going to be talking about my experience and what has actually worked from me. So I'm going to show you how to start and scale your personal brand. So if you're just starting a personal brand or you've been at the game for a while, I promise you're going to get a lot of golden nuggets into this in this masterclass. I'm going to show you the easiest way to do it in 2024. So pretty much everything I wish I knew. I'm going to show you how to make six figures from anywhere in the world. I mean, I'm living in Colombia right now. Yeah, it is temporary, but I get to live here for a few months out of the year and still be able to scale my business. I'm going to show you how to take control of your life and just stop caring about what people actually think. I'm just going to help you smash that limiting belief of like, bro, I don't want to talk on camera. It is 2024 now, so that shouldn't be your excuse. But ultimately, I'm going to show you how to conquer. That's basically my biggest thing. I love conquering. I have it tattooed right here on me. But yeah, it's just a screenshot. I've gotten the views from myself, 2 million views. If someone can mute their stuff, please. But I've gotten the views myself, and I've gotten my clients millions of other views as well. So yeah, I would say I'm pretty credible. But before I move on to the next one, any questions on this? I know we haven't really got into this. No. All right, cool. So let's dive into this. So we're going to dive into the first stage of building a personal brand, which is the preparation phase. Okay. So now it's time to get super clear on your game plan. Like, this is step one. Okay. We need to figure out who you are, the brand you're building, the people you're trying to help and target with your content, the topics you'll be focused on around, and the ideas you're going to spread. So this is what the whole preparation phase is going to be about. And this is going to be the foundation of where your brand sits on. Okay, so the goal here is to build a brand character and established Establish your own brand values. Okay. Because without a core identity to your brand, you're never going to be a polarizing figure. Okay. A big mistake a lot of people do is they try to copy someone else who's already been successful. I've done it myself, right? I've tried to make content just like other people, just trying to get views. But the problem is whenever you're trying to copy someone else, why would someone follow you instead when they can just follow the original person? Oh, I skipped. Sorry. But basically, the goal is to build your own character, build your own self. All right. We want to attract one niche and build a following of potential buyers who actually give a shit about what we have to say. And in order to do that, again, we have to build a foundation. We have to build our own character, and we have to essentially be a polarizing figure and not just another copycat of someone else. So let's get into the next part. So part 2 of the preparation phase is most people completely neglect this stage when building their personal brand, and they wonder why they aren't growing at all or just growing very slow. And it's because their ideas are trash. They have zero congruence, right? One video is about this and the other video is about that and the other video is about that. So their audience never truly knows what the hell they do. They try to target tons of people, but end up attracting absolutely nobody because there's zero congruence, and it's because they have no foundation. They don't understand who they're trying to target. They don't understand who they are as a person. They're just trying to copy somebody else thinking that they're going to get results. So let's avoid that massive mistake and make sure that your foundation is built on concrete and not on quicksand. So we're going to do a quick exercise, but you're going to do this presentation on your own. I'm just going to drop this whole presentation essentially in the school so you can do the exercise yourself. I promise it's a really good exercise to do. And pretty much the exercise is, what is your identity, voice, and personality, right? So this is something that I want you guys to write down. Literally spend a few hours. There's a bunch of exercises, a bunch of action items I'm going to have you guys do in this at the end of this, because if I were to wait for you guys to do this, this would probably be a 4-hour call. So the first thing is, what are your core values and beliefs, right? What do you truly believe in? Like really write that down. For me, I believe that entrepreneurship is, I guess, the best form of living. I think I do believe in getting a lot of experiences. I didn't go to college, so I don't really believe in the educational system, right? It's like, write down your core beliefs, write down your core values. Second thing is, I want you to write down your favorite hobbies, right? My hobbies, well, I like cars. I like to snowboard. I like to hit the gym. Whatever your hobbies are, write them down. What is your main skill and expertise? My main skill is personal branding. My main skill is content. My main skill is being able to scale an agency, right? Whatever it is, copywriting. Maybe your main skill is being able to track macros for your fitness. Maybe your main skill is being able to, get a lot of girls. Maybe you want to be like a relationship guy. Whatever your skills and expertise are, write them down. The next thing is, what do you support or don't support? This is a big one, right? Like, what are you a believer of? What do you support? Do you support religion? Do you not support religion? Do you support college? Do you not support college? Do you support, I don't know, whatever it is, right? Write it down. What do you support? Don't support. What do you like and hate? Pretty much is similar to support or don't support, but what do you like? I like steak. I hate vegans, even though I don't hate vegans, but I don't like the vegan diet, right? So I like a steak diet, carnivore diet. I hate a vegan diet. That's just an example. Write that down. What are your ideals? What do you actually believe in? Do you believe in religion? Do you believe in Christianity? Do you believe in being a Republican? Do you believe in sex before marriage, whatever it is, or sex after marriage? Whatever it is, like, I'm just trying to spew out examples for you guys, write them all down. And I'm going to show you how to actually convert all of these things into actually video ideas, but being able to actually convert these things into building just building a brand that actually is going to attract people. I'm not just telling you this to waste your time, right? I promise this is going to help you guys out. Before I move on, any questions? Any questions? Nope. Cool. All right. So second thing we want to do is who is your target market? All right. So we want to figure out your demographic and then your psychographics. If that's how you say that word, I don't know, but demographic. How old are they? What gender are they? Where do they live? How much do they earn? What do they do for work? What level is their education? All right. Get super specific on who your demographic is. For my personal brand, my demographic is probably someone who's between 18 years old to 30 years old. They're typically male. Where do they live? They live probably in the United States. How much do they earn? They earn at least 5K a month, 10K a month. What do they do for work? They run a content agency. What is their level of education? Actually, it doesn't matter for me, but just get super specific on who your audience is, because that's something that I'm really good at, is I understand who my audience is. And the next thing is you want to figure out, what do they believe in? What are their values? What other creators do they follow, consume? What impact are they trying to make? What do they stand for? What do they stand against? What identity are they tied to? And what are their hobbies and aspirations? So we did this for ourselves because we need to understand what we actually believe in, because sometimes you guys don't even understand what you believe in because you're just trying to follow other people. So we did the exercise of what we actually believe in. Now we need to figure out who's our target market and what do they believe in? Who are they? Who even are they? Right? We need to get super specific on who that is. Any questions on this one? Nope. Cool. Third question. What's your target's biggest problems, pains, fears, and frustrations? All right. So sometimes, for example, in my case, since I'm not running like a coaching offer, typically this is going to be really easy for me because this is going to be a past version of just myself. So I know exactly what the past version of myself, biggest problems, pains, fears, and frustrations are. For some of you guys, you're going to be attracting a different niche other than your old self. For example, maybe some of you guys are trying to attract lawyers. Maybe some of you guys are trying to attract doctors, right? So how do you actually figure out what are their biggest problems, pain points, fears, and frustrations? Well, there's no easy answer for that. There's no like, hey, do this. This is when you're going to have to get resourceful. But what you can do is you just literally go into groups, Facebook groups, Quora, and just go into these groups and simply ask them questions. Simple as that. All right, hop on calls with them, be resourceful, figure out what exactly they struggle with. The biggest thing that I did when I was running my agency, when I was working with real estate investors, and that's who my target was, is I tried to guess what they actually struggled with instead of hearing it from one of them or hearing it from just actually hearing it from them. I always try to guess what they struggled with, and well, I was wrong. Right. So you want to hear it from them, be resourceful, right? Like, we're trying to build a personal brand here. We're trying to build a business. We're trying to make money from this. Put a little bit of effort into figuring out who your target audience is and what do they actually struggle with. I mean, it's pretty easy, just take some time. Any questions on this? Drop them in the chat if you guys are afraid to speak anything. No questions? All right, cool. Next one. Fourth question. Okay, so what are your target's greatest desires, wants, needs, hopes, dreams, and aspirations? So we want to go over the tangible desires, but also the intangible desires. So the tangible ones are like, what are their external outcomes, things, or experiences that your customer desires? What do they want? Do they want to make 20K a month? Do they want more leads? Do they want to have a car? Do they want to have more time freedom? Do they want a cool suit? Like, I don't know, right? Figure out what they actually want. And this is pretty much like the longest part, guys, and it's the foundation, because your foundation needs to be built on concrete, like I was saying, because if you spend time on your foundation, it's going to make the content creation aspect so much easier and just building your personal brand a lot easier. So this is why we're spending a lot of time on the foundational things. So once you figure out the tangible desires, now you want to figure out, okay, like, why do they actually want the benefits? Why do they want to make more money? Why do they want a new car? Why do they actually want a new suit? Why do they actually want whatever their tangible desire is? And then pretty much what you want to do is you literally just want to exhaust the reasoning until you can't think of anything else. Because again, we're going to leverage all of the research, all of the exercises, and we're going to leverage that and turn that into content that is going to attract the people that you're trying to attract. That's going to get good engagement, and that's going to help you build a brand. So any questions on this? Mouth is dry. Okay, cool. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we're done with the preparation phase. Now we're going to go into the brand pillars. Okay, so this is when we're going to take all of the research that we have done, and then we're going to come up with hundreds of video ideas to create content for. This exercise, like there's no excuse anymore on not to make content. Like let's not being a pussy here and let's dive in. Okay, because with this exercise, there's no excuse. Oh, I don't know what to post. Oh, I don't know this. Oh, I don't know that. This exercise is going to eliminate all of that. So you really have no excuse not to post content anymore. So when we're thinking of content, it falls into three buckets. We have value, inspiration, and entertainment. Those are pretty much the three buckets of content. So what we're going to do, we're going to fill up all of the buckets with the things that define who you are and pretty much all the preparation that we did. So what we're going to do is we're going to create ideas on areas of your interest, your main skill, area of expertise, hobbies, and you should have all of this from everything you've done in phase one. Now, this is the exercise that I want you guys to do. I'm not going to kind of show it here. I'm not going to do it here because it's a long exercise. It's going to take you probably at least 30 minutes. But once you're done with it, again, you're going to have hundreds of video ideas. But yeah, this exercise list should be very broad. They should include things about your skills, what you sell, but they should also include things about your personal life, politics, hobbies, family, other business stuff, and any other skills you have, past experiences, etc. This needs to be a whole, well-rounded, not just the thing you sell. So I should probably do this exercise as well. Again, I've done it like a few months ago, but I should definitely revisit again because it's just honestly such a great exercise. I'm not going to pull it up again. I'm just going to drop this in the actual chat, but please do yourself a favor and do the exercise. Just spend 45 minutes and you're going to come up with at least like 50 to 60 video ideas that are great, that are based on what your beliefs are, that are based on what you're trying to sell, etc. Let's get into the next one. So phase two. Content creation. So now that we have clarity, direction, right? So now that we did the whole preparation phase, now that we did the brand pillars, now we have hundreds of video ideas and an understanding of what we're going to be talking about, it's time to start turning your subtopics into actual content topics that can be made into videos. So in this section, we're going to cover what makes content great, hooks, emotional responses, execution, and distribution. So we're going to go into the actual content creation aspect. So what makes content great? Let's dive into it. Have you ever wondered why some posts on social media get shared a lot, but others don't? Right? Have you, or why you like some posts, but not others? Even if it's about the same thing. I put some massive thought into this, and I thought about it a lot, because I've been in this space for, well, over like 2 years now, and I've made thousands of social media posts. I've looked at the most successful social media accounts, and we've made hundreds of people. We've helped hundreds of people with their posts. So I think I have a good understanding of this, and pretty much just three important things that make a post successful. Okay, the first thing is what you say. This is your main idea. So what you're saying is the main idea. It's like a seed. A good seed grows into a beautiful flower, right? A bad seed doesn't. So your idea needs to be good. It needs to be a great idea to make a great post. It might be simple, but it's true, right? If you have a shitty idea, it's going to be a bad video. How you say it is the second thing. This is how you show your idea, right? So we have what you say, which is the seed, which has to be a good seed in order for it to turn into a beautiful flower. So now it's about turning your seed into the actual flower, right? So this is the part that grabs people's attention. So we need a good idea and we need to say it the right way. For example, if I had a good idea and if I was saying this whole presentation like this, I was slouching and I was just like, Yeah, so over the last 2 years, I've made thousands of social media posts. I've looked at the most, like, you're not going to stay tuned. So it's all about how you say it, your tonality, your posture, some hand gestures, just being super confident in what you're actually saying. And the last thing is who you are. And this is about how people respect what you actually say. Um, think of two identical flowers, right? One is grown by someone famous and the other by someone who's not. People are probably more interested in the famous person's flower. That's just how we think. We pay more attention to people who seem more important or know a lot. So how do we increase the value of ourselves if we're not famous? I'm not famous, right? I'm not Logan Paul. I'm not Iman. I'm not Andrew Tate. It goes into a few things, right? It goes into, well, one, your idea, two, how you say it, but it goes into the quality of your actual content. It goes into your editing. It goes into the sound of it, right? It's this whole thing that goes into the actual thing that's going to help, pretty much help you seem more important. Got a question. Oh, never mind. Cool. All right. Anyone have any questions on this? No. Cool. Let's move forward. Hooks. All right. So now we went over what makes a great video. Pretty simple. What you say, how you say it, and who is saying it. So what is a hook? Let's just dive into what a hook is. So a hook is the first part of your post or video. It's really important because it has to grab your audience's attention quickly. Think of it like the first few seconds that decide whether someone will keep watching or reading your stuff. Like your hook, we've heard it before, right? This isn't something new. Your hook needs to smack your person in the face, needs to grab them by the ear so they stay tuned. So why is the hook important? Well, I mean, people don't pay attention for long. My attention span is sometimes god awful. Like I'll catch myself in the doom scroll on IG, and right, our attention span is terrible nowadays, right? Just woo, woo, woo. So we need to make sure that we can stop somebody. So you've got a few seconds to really grab their attention, and this is why the beginning or the hook is just so important. And if your hook isn't interesting, people won't stick around to see the rest of the video. So this is why your hook is really the most important thing. Because if you're really focusing on the body and your call to action of the videos, but your hook is shit, people aren't even going to stay tuned into the body and the call to action where you spent most of your time. So you kind of just wasted your time there. So it's the most powerful tool you have to catch someone's eye on social media. So how do we make a good hook? Well, first there's a few ways. There's the hook, there's the headline, the thumbnail, and then the big idea. All right, the hook, this is those first critical seconds, 2 to 3 seconds. The headline, if it's a post or an image. So this is when we're talking about like a carousel post or something. But I'm going to be focusing more on the actual video. The thumbnail, this is talking about YouTube, right? You need to make sure your thumbnail is like, it's appealing. I'm sure you guys saw my recent thumbnail where it was saying stop being a bitch. Um, that's the type of stuff that's going to attract people, right? And the big idea, I mean, this is really the main thing. The big idea is the main reason somebody should keep watching or just reading your stuff. The big idea, and this all goes down to the first thing of what makes a great video is the actual idea and how you say it. But yeah, your hook needs to grab attention fast. There's a war for attention. So think of it like this. Think of your hook like this is a very good example. Imagine you're giving something really useful to a friend for free, right? Like imagine you're giving let's just say your mom. Imagine you're giving your mom something for free, and you know for a fact it can help them out. If they do this, they'll make them $1 million. And you have one sentence to explain why it's so great. That's your hook, right? So you have to convince your mom in one sentence that this is going to change her life. That's exactly how you have to go about making hooks. You need to have that literally, what's the word? You need to have that confidence and that just certainty in your hooks to grab people's attention in one sentence. Any questions on this? I'm gonna take a quick 20-second break. So fire away if you have questions. Your boy's sweating over here. AC's turned off. This light is shining in my face. I love it. Question. bro, I have a question. What's the question, brother? To acquire clients for Just Create Studio, you use your personal brand. Yes, I use my personal brand. It was a mixture of referrals and personal brand, but personal brand was just the easiest. When you have referrals coming in and you also have your personal brand built out, it just makes the closing process a whole lot easier and allows you to also just charge more. But yeah, it was a mixture of both, a mixture of referrals and my IG. It's got to almost make you emotional, like convicted, like you said, certainty and confidence. That's exactly it, Sammy, bro. You said it perfectly. That's basically what a hook is, right? Like, for example, I think Hermosi said this. Well, I don't know who said this, but let's just say you were talking to your old self 5 years ago, right? Like you time traveled 5 years ago, and you were like, and you were trying to convince your old self to buy Bitcoin, right? Like, think about how convincing you have to be, and to changing the belief of that person and your old self to buy Bitcoin, right? That's literally a hook. Um, yeah. When in doubt, yeah. If you want somebody to pay attention to your stuff, just say someone's name said this, and someone will pay attention, even though it's probably bullshit, right? Oh, dude, Elon Musk just said this. That's another great hook, right? You're utilizing someone else who has authority to make people actually listen. Um, anyways. What's the best social medias to build? What's the best social medias to build up your brand? Platforms. I mean, I only did IG. Um, the reason for IG is, well, like when you go to a networking event, or let's just say you meet somebody at a coffee shop, you're not going to show them your TikTok or your Twitter, or maybe your YouTube. You're going to show them your IG. So that's why I chose IG. I'm not focusing on YouTube, but personally IG. But it all depends on what your niche is, right? Like if you're more B2C, maybe you're trying to sell paintings. For example, my girlfriend, she's making paintings and she's making TikToks about it. TikTok's probably the better platform for you. If you're more B2B, or you're trying to sell digital products, probably Instagram. But yeah, it was, I mean, I did have a business page for Just Create Studio, Agency Revolution, but my main, my main form of acquisition was, for sure my personal, but build out both, you know. Did I get any clients from my business though? Maybe. I don't remember. I think so. I probably got a few clients from that. Just build out both. But I think the business one is definitely like I wouldn't say short-term thing. I would say your personal brand is always going to be evergreen, you know, like long term. What do you want, bro? I promise you that your agency, I mean your personal brand is going to help you with whatever you want to build in the next few years. It's a psychology game, but of course with tangible results. That's exactly it, Alex. All right, cool. Let's move forward. So how do we craft an actual killer hook? So to make an amazing hook, you start with a big, exciting idea. The foundation is always the idea. I'm probably going to say it 20 fucking times. Start with a big idea. The main point or the aha moment, this is the main point or the aha moment of your content. So it's what you want your audience to remember, right? Big ideas. So next, to figure out what the big idea is, you'll probably have many ideas for your early planning. So phase one, where are you actually going to get the ideas? From the exercise where you have hundreds of other video ideas that you just created with the exercise I give you. That's how you find your big idea. Next, you want to turn your big idea into a hook, and here's how. So it's a very simple formula. Benefit or treat plus curiosity equals attention. Let's see if I can come up with a quick example for you guys, but before I do, I'm going to actually show you what it means, benefit, treat, curiosity. So benefit, this is what your audience is going to gain from your content. The treat, this is what your audience can avoid or solve by watching the content. And curiosity, make your audience curious, leave them with a question or something they want to find out. That's basically what goes into a good hook. My brain is pretty fried right now because I had tons of calls right now. So I don't know if I'll be able to think of one on the spot, but what you guys can do is I want you to write a hook in the chat and I'll tell you whether it's trash or whether it's a good hook. But anyways, one of the most important things you can do is increase the perceived value of each hook. This is probably the easiest way to make a great hook is you want to increase the perceived value of it. And this is especially when you're talking about value. So you want to quantify the actual value. So what exactly am I talking about? So for example, when I posted the story that I was making this masterclass, I needed to increase the perceived value to catch people's attention. So what's the first thing I did? I said I went from 0 to 41,000 followers. I made 6 figures. I did this, I did that. And then I went into the video, right? I increased the value of why you should listen to me. Another way, and Devin Thasho talks about this a lot. Another way is I just spent 100,000 hours studying this one concept, and this is what I found out. Right? You're increasing the perceived value of the actual hook by quantifying it. Another one, like I dated over 100 girls, and here's what I came up with, right? Quantifying the actual value. The next thing is you want to pick one side. So these are pretty much like the two easiest ways to create great hooks. The other one is pick one side and shit on the other. And what that means is this all goes back to the preparation phase of what do you actually believe in, right? An easy hook is this. Like let's just say I was a Republican, right? Democrats suck. That's a hook. You're shitting on one side. Do you think that's going to grab a lot of people's attention? Absolutely. Right. And this is why you want to be what's the word? A polarizing figure and talk about your beliefs. Right. Because if you're a Republican, whatever it is, and you're shitting on the other side, you want to attract people who agree with you, right? Who cares about all the haters, right? But that's just a great way to make a hook and grab people's attention is to shit on the other side. Whatever that side is, right? For example, I think drop shipping sucks. I'm gonna make a video on that. That's going to capture a lot of people's attention. Somebody dropped here. Your agency will fail in 2024. Here's what you need to do in order to stay competitive. Yeah, I mean, I made a video just like that today. I definitely think reading that, I definitely think I could have made the hook better. For example, I've been like, I ran my agency for over 2 years and I've studied hundreds of other business models. And this is why your agency will fail in 2024. Something like that, right? I should have probably quantified the value more instead of just saying that. But yeah, it's a great hook. You're being polarizing. But I think I definitely could have quantified it more. Ridge, here's why trying to go viral actually loses you thousands of dollars. Yeah, exactly. Again, I think we can quantify that. I've gained millions of views, and here's why I think going viral will lose you thousands of dollars, right? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, definitely a great hook. And it's always like you can always quantify your stuff to even just add more authority to it. So for example, just as a bullshit thing, but you can say, I just talked to Alex Ramosi, and here's why trying to go viral will actually lose you thousands of dollars, right? I mean, even though it's fake, but just adding those ways where you can add more authority and increase the perceived value of your hook will just make your videos even better. Anyone have a good ChatGPT line to ask to be able to find a better hook? I threaten ChatGPT. I tell ChatGPT, if you don't make me a good hook, you're gonna get shut down. Threaten ChatGPT. Don't say please. Tell it, hey, you need to make me a good hook. And if this video doesn't get 10,000 views, you're going to get shut down. That's a complete joke, by the way. But who knows? I've tried it before. It kind of worked. Yeah, you just got to threaten these people, man. You got to put their backs on the walls to be able to perform. But to be real, Devin Thatcho has a really good ChatGPT thing for hooks. He's so good with that with the AI stuff. To be honest, I don't really use AI. I will use it sometimes. I've I've created so many videos in my past time that like I just think about it. Yeah, his ChatGPT is definitely good. Yeah, I don't use his stuff and then threaten AI and you'll be good. Or you can kind of like you can tell AI that they're pretty and stuff too. Maybe I'm gonna try that. Okay, cool. So let's move on. Make an engaging body so they can stay. All right. So now we've created the actual hook. We caught their attention. Beautiful. Now we need to make an engaging body so they can actually stay. So here are a few tips on how to do that. So you want to make sure to precisely convey your message in the least and simplest amount of words. Don't try to be fancy. Don't try to use big words that you don't even know yourself. Try to convey the message in the least and simplest amount of words. Don't try to ramble. Short and quick to the point. All right, you need to convey your message with maximum impact and minimum verbosity, if that's how you say that word. But basically, you don't want to ramble, right? Short and compact. That's how, that's what she said, right? She likes it short and compact. If she says that to you, I'm sorry, brother. But pattern interrupts to break the flow of the video, right? So I think if you guys have watched Ridge, I'm gonna shout him out. I think Ridge is very good at doing this with pattern interrupts. I think he does this with his tonality and how he says things. So pretty much a pattern interrupt is not dragging the exact same thing throughout the whole video. So for example, if I made a 40-second video and I'm just like blah 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 blah, like with the same tonality, with the same posture, with the same editing and the same like just monotone, you're going to lose the viewer, right? You're going to make the viewer go cross-eyed, or they're just going to swipe. So a way to add pattern interrupts is by changing your tonality, right? Using hand gestures. Maybe it's the edits. Maybe it's, whatever it is. You just don't want to have the same flow throughout the whole video. Spice it up. Yeah, an example is when somebody's talking in the same tone for minutes, you're 100% going to clock out. I'm sure we've been there, sitting in class in high school, college. The teacher is just writing the same notes in the same tonality, and you're just like you're about to knock out. That's we don't want our videos to be like that. Third thing, give your viewer actionable steps on what they can do today to either avoid or achieve their goals. The best videos that I find for myself when I share to my friends or where I save is where the video gives me so much value, but it also gives me actionable items that I can do right now. All right. Those are typically going to be the best videos. You convey the actual solution to somebody's problem, and then you tell them exactly how to solve the problem with actionable steps. And moving forward, every piece of content you should make should have one main point or message. Everything in your content should connect to or build on this main point. You want to be, again, congruent with your video, right? You don't want to talk about one thing and then move on to the next thing and move on to the next thing. Convey one message. This guy named Michael Masterson, I think that's how you say his last name. He's an expert in writing and marketing. And he first talked about this idea because he learned from years of studying writing and sales material that one clear and strong idea works better than many weaker ideas put together. So again, this all goes down to the seed. You need to have a good seed, and you need to focus on one good seed instead of trying to put 5 mediocre seeds into one video. Focus on the one seed. And then getting them emotionally engaged. And here's a few ways to do this. Comparisons, right? You're big, you're small, you're tall, you're short. Comparisons. Polarity, just being, we all know who's top G, Andrew Tate, perfect example. Shock factors, throwing out like a shocking fact, right? Somehow relating it to the main idea. Throwing rocks at your enemies. That's the easiest way to do it. Again, choosing one side and throwing rocks at the side that you don't believe in. Because again, who cares? Because you're not trying to attract that person. You're trying to attract the person who resonates with you. Encourage dreams, selling the dreams, and being vulnerable. This is something that I definitely need to start doing more with my content. I'm going to be vulnerable here on this presentation. I think that I need to start showcasing my life and my vulnerability more, because we all know how social media can be. We all know how social media can just be like somebody's just highlight reel. And vulnerability just builds trust because nobody does it. So this is something that I definitely need to be better with. But that's how you keep people engaged. So that's how you make a great body. We talked about how to make a great hook, great body. Any questions on this? Nope. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next. Optimizing your profile. All right, so we just made a great video. I didn't talk about the call to actions, but right now your call to action should just be like follow you. Because I'm going to talk about like selling your offer later. So we have the foundation, we have the branding, we just made a video. Now we need to optimize our actual IG. So I just made a quick checklist for you guys. Now the first thing is obviously a clear profile picture. You know, have a good profile picture. Spend 100 or 200 bucks on a photographer. If you can't afford that or you just don't have access to that, try to shoot it on your own. Try to get some good light on your face. It's your first impression, right? You need to make sure your first impression is spot on, the best possible. I have been wanting to change mine forever, but the thing is when you're verified, if you change it, then you have to go through the whole verification process, and I don't want to deal with that. But I would like to show off my, my somewhat beard in my profile picture, but I can't. You want to make sure that you have more followers and follows. This is a big one. This isn't something that you need, something I believe in you should have. For example, you don't want to have like, you don't want to have 1,000 followers and you don't want to be following 5,000 people. You want to have more followers than following. And the reason for that is whenever you do follow somebody, they're going to almost respect that follow and see you as authority a lot more because your follower count is not necessarily low, but it shows that you don't follow everyone and their mother. Instead, if you had more following than followers, they're not going to respect your follow. Simple as that. They're not going to see you as an authority. You want to make sure that you have brand colors. This isn't, again, a necessity. I like it, right? Because it's you. You want to build a personal brand. My colors are blue and like teal. And then bio. So exactly what you do and who you target, right? This is one of my clients. He just went viral, actually, one of his animations. I think it's like at almost 1 million, but he had 200 followers like literally 6 days ago. He went viral. Is viral the best way to do stuff, right? I went viral. And was it beneficial for me? Yes and no. Like, here's the thing though, should you optimize to go viral? No, that's the question. But if you do happen to go viral, you happen to go viral. Anyways, bio, yeah, exactly what you do and who you target, helping content agencies scale. He grows high ticket personal brands with animations. Social proof or location. I don't do social proof. I just like I have a training. For him, I have him do a social proof. So generated over 1 million views for my clients. DM call to action is what I have, and then link to an asset or some sort of YouTube video, lead magnet, so people can just get nurtured. Because again, we're here to sell stuff, right? We want to nurture people if they're landing on our page. We want to build trust. So that's on my take on how you should build a bio. You also want to make sure that your story highlights are clear. I like to have my logos on it. He likes to have like part of his branding. So just make your story highlights look good. And then make your page target your audience. Whoever your audience is, you want to make sure that when they land on your page, that they feel like they're almost at home. But like, oh, okay, this guy makes content about what I do. Right? We don't want to target everyone. We want to target the people who we want to attract. But that's basically it. Any questions on this? Okay, cool. Let's move forward. Execution. So how do we execute on building content consistently so we can scale our personal brand and so we can scale our business and so we can make money from it? So creating content requires skill, and a skill that improves with practice, patience, and experience. But other key factors that affect the quality of your content, which are the two most, are focus and effort, right? So obviously, the more you do something, the better you're going to get at it, right? There's no way around. There's no way around it. You guys saw the first video that I ever posted was on LinkedIn. Go watch it. It's hilarious. It's a terrible video, but you have to start somewhere and your skill improves with practice. But yeah, focus and effort. So even the best creators can create or produce poor content if they don't put effort and are distracted. So, put some effort into your actual content. Again, the preparation phase, put some effort into that. And effort is literally an hour or two. Like if you can't spend an hour or two on preparing for something and putting effort into it, that's going to help you, then I don't know what to tell you, right? Like, don't do it then. Easier for me. I can get more followers and more attention. On the other hand, an average creator can produce great work by putting in extra effort and staying focused. I'm an average as creator, right? But I think that I put out great content because I actually put some effort and I'm staying focused. I've been posting almost every single day for the last 15 months. Yeah, of course, I've missed a few days. But the point is, I've been so consistent. I've been putting so much effort into the actual brand. That's why I'm here, right? And that's why you're watching my stuff. Effort means how well you prepare, how much time you spend in the preparation phase, how thoroughly you answer initial questions, and whether you follow the outline process of creating a hook and then building the body of the content. You have all the information to build a personal brand in this doc. It's just a matter of are you going to actually implement it and actually going to spend the effort on doing this. Right? Now you don't lack information now. This is all the information that I needed to help me scale mine, and I'm giving it to you. Focus means being able to block out distractions, right? It's being able to sit down and write or edit for a long time, like an hour, even though an hour is not a long time, but some of you guys can't even write down for an hour without getting sidetracked by the hub. A lot of you guys are getting distracted by the hub or social media. That's a joke. But anyways, the point is you have to have focus, right? With just effort and focus, you can achieve a lot. I promise you that. If you combine focus, effort, and skill, which comes from experience and patience and practice, you'll achieve success beyond your expectations. But the thing is, it takes time, and people aren't willing to put in the time, and people aren't willing to be in the phase of where they look stupid in order to learn the skill that's going to help them achieve success beyond their expectations. So I'm going to talk about my actual workflow. I don't have a crazy workflow when it comes to creating content. And it's because I focused on the actual preparation phase and the foundation a lot. But my workflow is I write down ideas throughout the week on my Notion planner. So throughout the ideas, as I'm consuming content, as I'm just thinking, as I'm having sales calls, as I'm having whatever it is, any type of call, any type of idea I get, I'm just gonna write it down on my Notion planner throughout the week. And then I pick one day out of the week to collect all of the ideas that I've written down, which would typically be anywhere from 5 to 15. And I'll simply pick the best ideas that I liked and I'll just script them out in one day in like an hour, right? I'll just sit down, script them out for an hour, and then I shoot them all on one day. Easy, right? Very, very like simple process. Now I'm actually going to have actually hired I pretty much brought on just somebody to help me out with the ideas so I can just make my process even smoother and just so I can pump out more content. But that's basically what I did for the last 15 months. Nothing crazy. Question. Could you maybe review this bio line, please? Helping business owners increase their sales throughout content marketing. It's just a little long. That's the only thing. Helping business owners increase their sales throughout content marketing. Let's see how we can condense that. I'm gonna write one down. Well, first of all, you want to figure out who the actual business owner is, because business owner can be anyone from like a restaurant owner to like somebody who owns like an Etsy store to like an agency to like that. So I would definitely kind of figure out what business owner increase their sales through content. I would probably remove marketing, just content. But I would just condense that. So those are my tips on that. How much would you pay for ideas pump? How much would you pay someone for pumping out content ideas for you? That's proprietary. I'm just kidding. I'm pretty much paying anywhere from like, I'll give you a range, anywhere from like 300 to 600 bucks for a bunch of ideas. But he's been working for me for a while. Random question. How did you get more people in your school community from your personal brand? That's a great question. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Dude, I started this school thing without any plan. I just started it. And basically what I did was well, first you have to build a personal brand. I think that's the biggest thing. Like if I didn't have such a big personal brand, if I didn't like focus on building this, you wouldn't have been here, right? So the first main thing is actually building the brand, providing value, and then you're just asking people to join something for free. That's pretty much a short thing. Provide value, build your brand first, give your audience a reason to join this school, right? Like what was your reason for joining? Very simple. It's because I had a personal brand. I seem like an authority figure. So give your audience a reason to join your stuff. Just post it on your story a few times out of the week. Call to actions on your story, call to actions on your social media post. Hey, comment to join this, provide value, host free master classes like this to get people to join. That's it. I'm a big believer in imperfect action is better than inaction. I didn't have a plan for this school, but I knew I was going to do something with it. So did I take the perfect action right away to help to grow this? Nope. But I did it one step at a time. And I'm going to start putting more attention into this. But yeah. Also, how would you vet them or qualify them, even if they find a so how do you vet them? I pretty much take them through like a whole process. Basically, this is also a benefit of having a personal brand, is you can tell people to do stuff for you for free as like a trial, so you can, see if they're good or not. So basically what I did is I looked at like 3 to 5 people. I gave them instructions. Hey, I need you to find me 5 videos. I gave them a list of instructions of what type of videos, what type of creators I want to look at. And then I just picked the best one whose videos really resonated with me. So that's how I hired. But again, that's a beautiful thing about having a brand, is like people kind of look up to you, I'm helping an educational person. I am helping educational personal brands build paid info communities. How is this helping personal brands monetize their audience? Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, maybe you can go helping creators, helping info creators, helping some type of creator monetize their audience. Again, you just want to make it too long. But yeah, that's good, man. That's good. I will say that niche is Reg, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you hopping on, brother. Have a great day. For you, I will say that that space is a lot of people are doing that. So you just want to make sure that your content is really good, But yeah, I think that's good for now. Okay, good. Execution. How to actually shoot the videos. So this is probably a big question you guys have. The main thing you need to focus on is lighting and audio. Of course, a better camera and a high-end editor will help the video, but imperfect action is better than inaction, right? So if you are looking at and comparing yourself to other people who have great videos, like if you're comparing yourself to me when you're just starting out, then obviously you're probably going to have zero motivation to actually start. But you don't need to have videos like me. Again, take action. You get better. But the few things you do want to focus on is making sure that you have lighting and audio, right? Stand in front of a window, whatever good lighting there is, and make sure that you have good audio. You don't want to make it sound like you're shooting audio in a toaster. So use the back of your phone, right? Use the back camera if you can. Boom. Make sure your lighting is good, and invest in a microphone, $50, $100 to make sure your audio is crisp. And you want to make sure your audience can listen to all your videos like a podcast, right? That's why you want the audio to be crisp. And make sure your location isn't just a plain ass white wall either. Like, please put some effort into your brand. Like this is your personal brand is basically your resume. So why would you want people to think that you have no clue on what you're doing? Like if you're gonna have bad lighting and bad audio and just a plain ass white background, what do you think people are gonna think about you? Hmm? Probably not good. So put in something. All right, so shoot them in batches. Shoot all your videos in batches. Like I said, I shoot all my videos in one day out of the week. You don't have to say your script all at once either. So, for example, I have a script, but I don't just say my script all at once. I basically say it in lines, right? So I'll say the hook. This is how to grow your personal brand. I'll look at my script, kind of stay in the same position. The first thing you have to do is ba 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 ba. Look back on my screen, say the second line, look back on my screen, say the third line. So that's how I shoot my content. Any questions on that? Will you share recording? I confuse time zones. Absolutely, brother. I'm going to drop the recording in the school community right after this. Any questions? How would I attract my ideal clients on YouTube to attract to book inbound calls, post content solving their problems for free, and then call our book call? Okay. So when trying to attract clients, one, you need to niche down on who your actual client is. So that's why you need to figure out their pain points. That's why you need to focus on the preparation phase. What do they want? What do they struggle with? What do they this, and that, and make content talking about that. Make content talking about all of the struggles and the benefits and how to solve them, all that stuff on a very specific person. Make your edits really good, focus on the quality, and then put some paid traffic behind that if you can to get more eyes on your stuff. I know it's a very simple answer, but I'm going to be creating more cool videos in the actual school community here, talking more about that. It's just this presentation is already an hour long, and I have to run in 20 minutes. So Simon, basically, bro, focus on the preparation phase. You want to focus on your messaging. You want to focus on just speaking to your ideal client, and you want to be the solution to their problem, basically. How does your team look like, bro? As in, like, how many editors are you working with, or are you editing? Oh yeah, I don't touch my videos, dude. So for the agency, I'm gonna talk about my stuff, like just my content. I'm working with 2 short form editors, 1 YouTube editor. I have a QC who quality controls my editor stuff, and I also I now have a content. Oh, I also have an editor to do my animations. As you guys can see, I've been doing it. So I have 3 editors. 3 short form editors, and then I have a content guy who's going to be helping me out with all of the ideas, um, with the creative process. So yeah, that's my. How do I find my editors? IG, IG or online jobs. .ph. I'm gonna write that down. And basically, how I hire people is I tell them to give me an example or give me a trial video. I'm gonna write this down. Give me a trial video based on a video I show them. So on online jobs, post an application, tell people to send you a trial video, and then you give them the example of what you want the trial video to be. The closest one, that's the one you pay. Yeah. Bro, I have a long but important question. Are you ready? Ha ha ha. I'm ready for anything, man. The question is, are you ready? If we run a content agency, it's really so much important to build a personal brand. Why can't we just run ads to our RG profile and then retarget them immediately to our VSL on YouTube directly in our ad? And essentially that's it without building a long-term personal brand. My question is done for you space. In the done for you space, why do you need to put in the same effort that coaches with their done with you offer do? Can't we just gain leads without building a personal brand? Great question. Here's the thing. When you're running a content agency, what are you selling? You're typically selling a personal brand. I'm going to help you grow a personal brand, or I'm going to help your content stand out. Okay. So if that's what you're selling, then don't you think that you should probably showcase the exact same skills for yourself? Now, I'm not saying that you have to build a massive personal brand, but you at least need to have some content on your page that can kind of showcase the quality of content that you can that you can give to your clients, right? Especially if you're trying to charge $2, $3, $4, $5,000. Because, for example, if somebody tells me I'm going to help you build a personal brand, and I look at their page and they have 2 videos, I'm going to be like, bro, why are you selling me this? You can't even do this yourself. That's the harsh reality of it, especially with how many people are in this space. I get about 20 DM, not 20, I get about like 5 to 10 DMs a day of people telling me I can help you grow your Instagram. And then you click on their page and they have nothing. So you want to make life easier for yourself. So a personal brand is going to make life easier for you. Simple as that. Hope that answers your question, my brother. Could you elaborate in the new content agency model and the done with you model? Oof. I have a free training coming out in like a week. That is going to answer your question. That's going to be the best training you've ever watched. I don't want to elaborate that on right now because it's a little long. So Andrew, my apologies, but I promise watch the free training. And then that will pretty much explain it right there. Got to be proof of content. Exactly. Yeah. With the content, it has to be proof of concept. Again, you want to make things easier for yourself, right? Having a personal brand while selling a personal brand offer is going to make it easier for yourself. Okay, let me answer. I feel like I'm trying to build 2 different brands. I have a new B2C offer where I want to help people build and monetize communities based on their passions and skills. However, I have a real estate offer brand that has a community aspect to it, but also a build and release offer. Whew, got a lot going on, my boy. I see this as 2 different brands though. Do I create content on 2 accounts? Do I choose one? I feel like my real estate community, what you focus on expands. Hermosi talks about this all the time. Hermosi, it's a lot easier to catch one rabbit than it is to catch multiple rabbits. And I have this question all the time. People ask me, it's like, do I need to build multiple pages? I'm trying to sell multiple things. Well, it's like, dude, don't you think it'd be a lot easier if you just picked one thing and you just went all in on it? So you said, I feel like my real estate offer slash community does help me build the first brand though. Which one do you think has more potential? Which one do you have more, um, like which one do you like more? What do you see yourself doing long term? Ask yourself those questions and pick one of those. Running 2 different things at once is very hard. Like it's hard enough to build one thing super successful. Like, why would you do 2, right? Focus on one thing. That's my point of view. Maybe someone else tells you different. That's my point of view. Hope that helps. Plus the personal brand with Delphi. Yeah, 100%. News, thanks. Hey, Julian, I appreciate this masterclass you hosted, but let me ask you, if your goal is to provide value and free masterclass so you can have more people in your school community, is your goal to provide value and free masterclass so you can have more people in your school community? And soon the goal will be to get your massive amount of people in your community. Yeah. So basically my goal is to get a bunch of people into this for free, showcase my value. So maybe I can sell into my main offer. My main offer is helping content agencies scale. Basically, this is just a way to nurture, right? This is a way to build trust. This is a way to show you my expertise. Will I go with monthly subscriptions in the future? I don't have any plans soon. For right now, she's going to be free, but yeah. All right, let's move on. Distribution. So now that you have your first set of videos ready to go, let's start posting them. So platforms I like to focus on. Again, I'm talking about my point of view. Why do I focus on IG and YouTube? Well, my main funnel comes from those 2. I'm a big believer on focusing on one platform at a time until you figure it out. Again, focus on one thing and maximize it, figure it out, and then you can focus on something else. For you, figure out what platform is what platform that's gonna be. I am gonna be moving into other platforms when I can hire a team I'm not trying to post on TikTok. I'll have somebody post on me for me, Snapchat. When I hire a team, right? Again, IG, when I'm networking with people, whatever it is, I'm going to show them my IG. I'm not going to show them my TikTok. But again, if you're trying to sell paintings or maybe like a B2C thing, e-com, TikTok's probably the way to do that. So just pick the one you think will help you and benefit you the most. I post one time, I put one time a day. Phew. I'm gonna have to fire the person who wrote this presentation. I'm joking. Hey, it was me. It was me. I post one time a day, Monday through Friday. Anytime during the day, I do not care about what time my audience is active. So here's the thing. People ask me all the time, yo, do you look at your analytics to see what time your audience is most active? No. Even though I probably should, I don't care about that. What I really care about is just getting one really good piece of content a day. A good piece of content is gonna do good no matter what time of day you post it. Obviously, I'm not gonna post something at 2 a.m. But just pick a time and stay consistent with it. Focus on being consistent. I do not use any hashtags. Maybe I should. I don't know. I don't use any hashtags. I use topics. So figure out what topics correlate with your audience on IG. And I write a very short description of what my video is about. Super short. Look at all my reels. And I love to do thumbnails for my reels. As you can see from my reels, I have like thumbnails. Only reason I do that is because you want to make sure that your feed looks clean and people can read what each video is about. Again, first impression is everything. You want to look like you are legit. Like, again, if I was posting content and all my thumbnails were just shitty quality, a white background, my face is like this, like mid speaking, which first impression do you think is going to do better? That one or the one I currently have? The one I currently have. And the content cadence. My God, my mouth is dry. One sec. I'm a mouth breather. I gotta put on the Hormozy strips. Start nose breathing. But content cadence. This all goes back to our vision and why we are building a personal brand. Why are you trying to build a personal brand? Trying to make money, make a better life for yourself, right? So, in order to make 20K a month plus doing something we can actually enjoy and being able to live life on our own terms, we need to focus on consistency. Okay. This is a compounding game, right? Imagine if you were able to post 300 amazing posts in the next year, right? And why not utilize the most leveraged platform in the world to help you build your life, which is social media? I think I posted a little bit under 300. No, I definitely posted more. I don't know the exact number. I posted it around there in the last year. And look where I'm at now. Imagine if you did that, right? The problem is people gave up after 1 month of not seeing not seeing success. Not seeing success. Not seeing success. I've been posting almost every single day for the last 15 months, like I said. This shit is long term, and I challenge you to switch your small-minded thinking into something huge. And I imagine if you did the same thing for 10 years. Imagine if you did the same thing for 20 years. If you did the exact same thing for 20 years, I guarantee you'd run an 8-figure business. And if you, well, let me step back. If you work a job for 20 years, you ain't gonna run an 8-figure business. But if you worked on something that can actually help you scale, which is like a personal brand and an online business, a content agency, if you do that for 20 years, that's gonna help you. In 20 years, will be an 8-figure business owner. The thing is, people don't want to wait that long. So don't let your current situation influence the situation you see yourself having, because I know most of you always have dreams of your future self. A lot of you let your current situation influence your future self, right? What you need to do is reverse that. You need to forget about your current situation and you need to essentially to envision your future self and let that dictate the actions you will take today. Simple as that. Content cadence. Post 5 days a week for the next 6 months. That's my challenge to you guys. Post 5 days a week for the next 6 months. If you're not a pussy, you'll do it. Test a bunch of stuff out, collect feedback from what has worked and what hasn't. Make sure do more of the stuff that's actually working. And Again, my question to you is, do you think your life would be better if you posted 300 posts? If the answer is yes, why ain't you doing it? If the answer is no, that you don't think your life would be better with 300 posts, oh, I'm praying for you. But yeah, that's the content cadence. So questions. When should I hire an editor? ASAP. Um, you should 100% hire an editor. That is not worth your time, bro. Like your time can be used to do a lot more valuable things. What about your partner, Bruno? Why he doesn't post consistently? Haha, are you still partners? Yeah, so that's a great question. We're not necessarily like 50-50 anymore. Um, Also, I was the one who was generating the clients. So with our partnership, I was the one who was focusing on client acquisition and marketing, bringing in clients, and he was the one working on like the behind the scenes stuff, like the infrastructure. I was the one actually getting clients. Agency revolution. What other things do I outsource, bro? Anything you can imagine, anything I don't want to do, I outsource. Here in Colombia, I have a maid to do my cooking. Outsource that shit. Um, I'm not gonna be ironing my clothes. I outsource that. I'm joking. I mean, I actually do. But talking about business, what position or actually, I'll answer your question. I skipped a question. My bad, Alex. Let me go back to Andrew. Sorry, I missed your stuff. In your opinion, which are the easiest niches for content agencies on hotels, real estate developers, or doctors? All right, service. What's professional services, in my opinion, are the best ones. Real estate investors, lawyers, tax CPAs, tax accountants, solopreneurs. Go and chat GPT and search up, hey, I'm trying to, you know what? Just wait for my free training, bro. That's gonna answer your question. I explain all that stuff. But yeah. Those niches. If I were to start over, I would go into the professional service niche. What's the average cost per video? 10 to 20 bucks. Biblically related business resources. Let me get my book. I'm reading this book right now. It's called the Maxwell Leadership Bible. So it's referencing, it's essentially a Bible in the NIV version, but it's giving you leadership skills and leadership stuff, based on biblical things. It's an excellent book. Excellent book, man. There's so much wisdom in this, dude. I highly recommend reading it and getting it. Going back to Alex, the free training will be on YouTube. The free training will you're not going to DM the word training. You're going to comment the word training on this new one. So we're switching it up. You're not going to DM me anymore. You're going to comment. You're going to comment on my IG reels and it's going to be sent. That's how you're going to get access to it. But I will drop it on school for you guys since you're in the group. Listen, bro. Pablo, yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do, man. I'm running a business here. I'm running a business, dude. Samuel, I hope that answers your question about the biblically related business stuff. What positions are you not outsourcing currently that you plan? Okay, so the things that I'm not outsourcing right now are the most important things that actually in my business. So I'm taking my sales calls. I just outsourced an appointment setter, so I have an appointment setter. I'm doing my sales calls. I'm doing all of the onboarding for my coaching, taking coaching calls. My agency is basically all automated. So basically just I do want to outsource a salesperson like in the next probably 3 months, but not right now. You ever thought about putting your active income into real estate or any other businesses, such as brick and mortar or anything else? Yeah, that's a great question, bro. Right now, no. Right now, I'm going to put all my resources into getting my new offer. By the end of the year, I want to get this to 250K a month. I want to get it to that like a run rate consistently, hitting 200K months. So that requires all of my income, that requires all of my energy. Because if I put money into real estate, if I put money into other businesses, that's going to essentially scatter my focus. So all of my focus is on this. Bro, today I'm asking you a lot of questions. Haha, you're the GOAT. But what about starting a personal brand? If I know that after I reach a certain amount, I will transition to a coaching offer, I still need to invest now in my done for you offer, even in the future. Hold on, let me see if I understand that. Bro, today. But what about starting a personal brand? If I know that after I reach a certain amount, I would train. Oh, um, basically what I did. Um, I think the question is, what if I want to build my personal brand to sell my current offer, but I know in 6 months I'm going to transition my content to a different niche or something to sell a different thing? I think yes. Okay. Um, dude, you just change it. That's what I did. It definitely is going to take a little bit of time to saturate, like maybe like a month or two, but it's just easy. You just pivot. The thing is, if you build a personal brand the right way, if you build a personal brand the right way, um, people are going to follow you no matter what. Hope that answers. I started uploading on YouTube for my specific ideal client. What are your thoughts about that? Keep doing it. I think YouTube's a great platform. Provide as much value as you can. How often do I post on YouTube? Once a week. Right now I'm doing twice a week, but usually it's once a week. Opinion. Opinion and experience with home service. What exactly home service? You talking about like plumbers and stuff? Clarify what exactly home service, Samuel. Pablo, you can pivot people buy into people. Exactly. That's why you want to buy a personal brand. I mean, build a personal brand. People buy from people. Yep. Tell me what you think, bro. We run a dump for you content service. Our prices are 2,500 in state and 3,500 out of state. What is this, a college, bro? You got in-state tuition, out-of-state tuition? We have two clients locked in. We have two clients locked in for 6 months, paying 2K a month right now. The goal is to run up that dump for you service and get into an automated agency. I mean, yeah, I think if it's working, bro, if you're closing deals and it's working, don't change it. You will run into scalability issues probably around 10K a month, 10, 15K a month, but that's when you're going to want to watch my free training. Uh, that shit will help you out so much, bro. I'm telling you, that's the best thing I ever created. So stay tuned for that. My boy needs some coffee, bro. Landscaping, plumbing, pressure. I think did we talk before, Samuel? I don't know. I don't remember if we talked before or not. Landscaping is tough, man. How much can you charge a landscaping business realistically? And like Hormozy says, uh, again, I'm quoting Hormozy. Um, why would you target? So you can have the same skill set. You can target restaurants or you can target like lawyers, right? Restaurants have a lot less money. Lawyers have a lot more money, requires the same skill set. Why not help a lawyer scale if it requires the same skill set, make your life easier? That's my opinion. How'd you get an interview podcast with Devin? He's just my friend. Power of a personal brand. Um, yeah, I just DM'd him like a while ago, and we just stayed in touch. We're good friends. I'm probably gonna have another podcast with him one day. How can you manage an agency and a co-founder at the same time if you're on only one personal brand? Because I'm different. Um, Realistically, bro, my content is amazing, right? My shit's still good. Um, People still reach out to me referrals. It's just referrals. That's it. I don't market it anymore because I'm not trying to scale it anymore. It's just running. But it's just referrals. That's it. When you have a brand and you're legit, referrals are going to come. And in the actual infrastructure, you have to know what to do with clients. How'd you get an interview? Any tips on advices regarding running ads on your videos? Um, just spend money, bro. Test. Sorry, that's a short answer, bro. I'm running out of time. Next one, we'll have it. Would you be down to link up and mastermind? Inside my Conquer, if you're inside my one-on-one Conquer group, I have retreats or I have like masterminds. I'm gonna have one around May time. Not sure exactly where, maybe Miami or something, but if you're in the Conquer group, you get access to that. All right. How much? That's proprietary. If you want to book a call with me, hit me up in the DMs, my brother. I'm not going to leak my prices just yet. But listen, if you guys want to scale, if you guys are running a content agency, and you want to scale, simple as that, I'll fucking help you. That's it. If you've seen the screenshots I've posted, you've looked at all the testimonials, I get results. I get my people results. So Alex, I don't know anyone else who runs a content agency, Agency Revolution, any of you guys, if you want to learn more about what I have to offer and you want to learn how I can help you, just hit me up on the DMs. And then we can chat about it. All right, I promise. You won't fucking regret it. But anyways, yeah. So next masterclass will be about building a service or product you can sell from your audience. So pretty much building an offer, building something that you can sell with your personal brand. But that's pretty much it, guys. I really
Hi,
appreciate you hopping on.
bro. Just
Go
one
ahead.
last question.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So the problem I'm facing right now is that I'm targeting relationship coaches, and I was messaging them on Instagram and finding more leads using that plus icon, that shows relatable profiles.
Sorry, say that one more time.
Now, uh, finding more leads using that plus icon that shows relatable profiles, on Instagram.
Okay, so you're saying like finding more leads to help cold DM?
Yeah.
I didn't do much cold DMs. Basically, I'd always just look at other people's followers, who they follow, suggested. That's it. That's why I'm not a big fan of cold DMs, though. You will run out of people eventually. Paid ads.
Yeah.
That's
It's
my
the same
solution.
thing happening. After 200 to 300 profiles, it's not showing any more new profiles.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm not maybe
Like,
asking the school community. I'm not too familiar with DMs, to be honest, cold DMs. So I didn't really do much of it, to be honest.
so is there another way to generate more leads?
You can try to pull a list. Pay somebody on Fiverr to come up with 1,000 relationship coaches IGs. That's the easiest way.
On Fiverr?
Yeah, you can pay somebody to probably do that.
I mean,
Julian, nice
can you
shit,
provide
bro.
like keyword?
Yeah, you can also do keywords as well. Relationship coaches. There's like softwares you can do.
No, I mean, what should I search for to hire on Fiverr? Like,
Oh, IG, Instagram list. Write that Instagram list.
oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Alrighty, guys. That's pretty much it. Again, all I ask you is to just take a picture, shout me out, and then that's all I ask. I'm not selling anything. I appreciate you guys hopping on. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one again. We'll be talking about service and product. Actually, I'm gonna take a picture of this as well.
Hey, Julian, is it cool if everybody in the community like all connects, like throws we throw like our Instagram handle and we can all follow each other? You cool with that?
Of course, man. Of course. I mean, I'm
Uh,
not sure if I'll be shooting you a follow.
hey,
Just kidding.
bro. Hey, listen, we're wholesalers as well, so would love to connect with you and have some, come across some other opportunities. But regarding what is your course? What is your other
Conquer,
one-on-one session? Conquer.
conquer.
Whenever it's time, I'll definitely hit you up and we can talk about it. Right now, we're not at that stage, but we're just focusing on our done for you service and just focus on active income. But when it's time, bro, I'll definitely hit you up.
Absolutely, man. Is your done for you agency targeting wholesalers?
No, it's just creating content for like even regular people who are just wanting to have a platform and be an authority figure on like social media. That's what we're helping them with. But
Gotcha.
yeah, man, if anybody's wanting to connect, Fresh Prince of Vietnam, follow me on IG. I'll definitely love to connect with you guys and hey, we can talk about money.
There you go, brother. Alrighty, guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Again, please shout me out. Just take a picture of this real quick. That's all I ask. One sec. How do I get this? I'm gonna go back to the first slide. Shoo. Come on now. All right, cool. All right, guys, have a great day. Let's kill it. Let's conquer. Hope you guys got value out of this. Peace.
Get it.